There's stones. I'll dance, dance, dance.
All right, everyone, we're going to get started in a minute on furry trivia. Thank you, everyone, for coming along. We've got one final second if you want to hop on a table and join. It's 6 people per team. If you know about furries, or if you think you know about furries, now's your chance. Hop on a table and get going. All right. To anyone who's wanting to play along, we've got a couple rules that you'll need to observe if you want to play. So no phones. We'd like to ask that if you got your phone out and you're playing, you put it on the table, please. No cheating. We don't want any cheaters, especially when there's prizes involved. All right? And if you think you know the answer, do not shout it out. If you shout it out, you're just going to end up making it hard for everyone else. No shouting out the answer, please. Obviously, do not cheat. You know, no spreading crap around, no telling everyone else the answer. No organised cheating. Don't be a sore loser. It's just trivia, folks. And do not mess up your answer sheet. This is what you'll be using to actually play the game. All right. Now, what happens if you win furry trivia? You will win commissioned art, custom commissioned art, if you win furry trivia. Now's your chance. If you want to join a table and you're seeing this right now, you should. Every single member of the winning team of 6 people will win a custom Safe for Work headshot by JB and 2 custom Safe for Work Telegram stickers and a custom Safe for Work doodle by Kia. Come on, now's your chance. If you want to take a seat, you should, because we've got plenty of space on table 2. All right, we're going to get going in a minute. Now's your final chance. All right, let's get moving. So, round 1, everybody. So you want to circle or mark the letter on your page for the specific question for the answer that you think it is. All right? That all makes sense? You don't have to write anything down. You'll just have to circle it. And my person has decided to run off. PowerPoint person, come back to the stage. PowerPoint person, come back to the stage. All right. And you just skipped the question. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. Question 1. According to First Science's most recent survey, what is the most popular non-hybrid furry species? You've got 4 answers here. A, wolf. B, fox. C, dog. Or D, dragon. I think this should be an easy one for everybody. So you want to circle the letter that you think is correct. Give it a shot, folks. No questions. No, you cannot phone a friend. All right, moving on. Question 2. What was the first documented name for early furry fandom? So before it was called furry, what was it called? We got a couple options here. We got the fluffy fandom, the anthropomorphic fandom, the funny animal fandom, or the animal folk fandom. You got 4 options. Remember to circle the letter. Yeah. What is the first documented name for early furry fandom? All right, moving on to the next question. When was the first year of Furdo? This is a tricky one. You got 4 options here. 2016, 2010, 2003, or 2012. So when was the first year of Furdo? The first inaugural year? Think about it, folks. You got a 1 in 4. I say give it a shot if you don't know. All right, moving on, everybody. Question number 4. How many people attended the first ever furry convention? Conference 0. This happened a long time ago, this one. You can see the awesome art actually in the corner in black and white. They used to print that by hand and hand it out in the mail. Pretty cool. You got 4 options here. 103 people, 25 people, 92 people, or 65 people. How many people attended the first ever convention? Conference 0. All right, moving on to the next question. Question number 5. Which of these is not an original furry species? You've got quite a few options here. So you've got primogens, you've got water dogs, you've got CC cats, you've got manakits, you've got the Tarask, you've got Avali, and you've got the Rexoium. You've got quite a few options here. Some of these names will be very familiar to some of you, and some of them will not. Which one of these is not an original furry species? Primogens, water dogs, CC cats, manakits, the Tarask, Avali, or Rexoium. All right, moving on to the next question, everybody. Question number 6, which is the most common persona name? I'm sorry to any Alex, Maxes, Lunas, or Jays in the audience. I imagine that's probably quite a few of you, actually. A, Alex, B, Max, C, Luna, or D, Jay. What is the most I'm staring at Alex across the room. Yep, there's an Alex right there. Is anyone in here called Alex, Max, Luna, or Jay? All right, everybody. We're moving on to the next question. Question number 7. Which of the following brands attempted to run an advertising campaign in 2019 featuring fursuiters? This one's super niche. You might have seen it pop up on your timeline ages ago, but I indeed saw it. You've got a couple options here. You've got A, Crocs, like, you know, those rubber shoes. You got B, Vans, C, Dangerfield, D, Converse, or E, Puma. You've got quite a few options here. Be sure to select the right one. Which of the following brands attempted to run an advertising campaign in 2019 featuring fursuiters? All right. Moving on, everybody. We got question number 8. Who was the first furry YouTuber to get a silver play button? This one might be easy for some of you. You've got A, Nos Hyena. You've got B, Pakariru. C, Stormy Fulf. Or D, Majira Strawberry. Which one do you guys think? Who was the first furry YouTuber to get a silver play button? All right, everybody, select your answers. Moving on. Question number 9. What is the term for a fursuit with only a head, tail, and paws? Is it a mini partial, a quarter partial, a head and hands partial, or a micro partial? I know quite a few of you fursuiters would probably know what this is. What is the term for a fursuit with only a head, tail, and paws? Yeah. Yeah. Is anyone not able to see the screen? Is anyone having a hard time seeing it, by the way? We all good? All right, I think we're going to be moving on then. Next question. Where does the Dutch come from the name furries of the furry species Dutch angel dragons? This one is super niche. So, in the name Dutch angel dragons, does the Dutch come from the fact that it's A, the nationality of the creator, B, it's the name of the creator's late horse, C, the species is native to the Netherlands, D, it's the name of the town the creator grew up in, or E, maybe the creator particularly likes the Dutch language, or F, because it sounded cool, which I think is probably the best answer out of all of them. But yeah, which of these do you think it is? Where does the term Dutch come from in the species Dutch angel dragons? All right, everybody. You've got one more chance now before we finish up this round. And that's it. If my PowerPoint guy there. Yes, perfect. All right. That's it, everybody. That's round 1 complete. Now, if you give us a moment, we'll be gathering up your papers before we move on to round 2. Alrighty, folks, we've done our marking, and now we're going to go through every single one of the answers. Are you ready to see how much you messed up or how smart you are? They're not going to get their papers back. Alright, let's start going through the answers now. PowerPoint man. So, round 1, question 1. According to First Science's most recent survey, what is the most popular non-hybrid furry species? That would be the wolf. I think everyone's kind of seen a lot of wolves around. Next, what is the first documented name for early furry fandom? That would be the funny animal fandom, which is, I think, is a really good name, personally. I really messed with that one. All right, when was the first year of photo? It was 2010. The early group photo, I'm going to show you this right now. Look at this. This is the first group photo from Furdo in 2010. That is not that many people compared to now. if you look at 2024, I do not think you have a sense of scale of this photo. This is a big one. I think this guy's even been here. Did you see that one? That was a big one, yeah. Where are you? I can't see you there. Somewhere in there. This one's somewhere in there, God knows. Anyway, how many people attended the first ever furry convention, Conference Zero? It was 65 people for the first ever furry con in the world. Pretty interesting. You can see some early posters from it. They used to print them out and hand them out just like this. You can see the rego. It's a cutout on the bottom of that flyer. You'd have to mail that in to actually register to go. This is from 1990. Pretty crazy. All right, let's keep moving. Which of these is not an original furry species? It's the Tarrasque. That's from D&D as far as I know. Yeah. I'm getting a thumbs up from Kia. Yep. All right, moving on. What is the most common furry name? Where's the Alex in the room? I don't see the Alex that I know, but Alex is in fact the most common. All right, moving on. Which of the following brands attempted to run an advertising campaign in 2019 featuring fursuiters? You might have actually seen this one because this was in Australia too. It is Converse. Now let's have a look at the photos of it. You can see they had fursuiters in bowling alleys wearing Converse, and they just put that on their website. I think it was even on some like billboards and stuff. It's pretty crazy. Oh, we got a furry here wearing Converse, so there must be a good reason why they picked them. Next, it was Majira Strawberry. I think quite a few folks would know this one. All right, next, what is a fursuit with only a head, tail, and paws? It would be a mini partial. There's quite a few mini partials around here. You got to know your terminology. All right, next. Where does the Dutch come from the name in the furry species Dutch Angel Dragons? It is the name of the creator's late horse. Yes. I think I even have a photo on the next slide. No, I don't. But anyway, Dutch Angel Dragons don't usually stand on two legs in the drawings. They're actually just horses, basically. It's pretty interesting. Anyway, we're probably going to get started now on round 2. So this is where you might want to look at the screen and where you might want to have a good view if you can, because now we're going to be naming that character. You'll have some spaces on your form where you'll be writing the names of each character when they come up. They'll be numbered, obviously, so you know which one's which. Some of them will be easy. Some of them will be very, very hard. Right, we're going to start with our first one. This one's easy. I'm sure everyone knows this one, right, surely. I mean, even I know this one. Come on. Someone on the table's got to know it. All right, we're going to be moving on shortly, everybody. Moving on to the next one. All right, furry adjacent. Furry adjacent, I would say. Surely going to know this one. See, I don't know. I don't think I remember the name, though. All right. We'll be moving on to the next one now. Let's have a look. Number 3. Come on, everyone knows this one. Surely. Surely. Come on. I'm starting with some low balls here and there. All right. Okay, everyone, we're moving on to the next question. Character number 4. Okay, now we're getting more niche. Now it's getting a little bit harder. I can see someone who I know in the audience writing this down. All right. Actually, I'm looking at you. You're going to know the next couple. All right, next one. Let's have a look. Character number 5. Okay, come on. Come on. This one's pretty easy. This one's a classic. I think quite a people would know the name of this one. Okay, moving on to the next character. Now we're getting a little bit more niche. Specific fursuiters. The name is on the tip of your tongue. I know it because you've seen it before and you do not remember it potentially. Come on. Everyone's seen this fursuit. They've seen them in AliExpress ads. They've seen them on timelines. They're everywhere, but you gotta know the name. All right, next one. Character number 7. This one's a little bit more recent, so I have a feeling quite a few people will know it. Rightio. Let's keep moving on then. Character number 8. Okay, you've probably seen this. Potentially you have. I sure as hell don't know. I mean, I have the answers, but I don't remember it. All right, write your names down. We're going to keep going in a minute. Okay, let's keep going. This one, please, you have to get this one. I'm begging you, please. I'm not telling you, though. If anyone gets it, then you get my commendation. We're getting super niche now. You pointing at me, you know? Man, the OG right there. That's amazing. All right, you know it? No, that one doesn't know it. All right, next one. Character number 10. Character number 10. This is from a furry visual novel. You've probably seen them. Probably you have. You probably have and you do not know the name, but if you do, be sure to write it down because you're going to get points for it. Moving on to character number 11. Okay, you've probably seen these guys on your timeline. There's quite a few points if you get both. If you know one, you probably know the other. You don't know the other? You only know the one. Oh, okay. All right, moving on to our next character. This one, you've probably seen him. You've probably seen him, but you probably don't know his name. I don't know how he does what he does. Like, I mean, if I was doing that, I think I'd be dead. So, very commendable character. Moving on to our next one, character number 13. Oh, look at this guy's face. He likes this one. They're from an old cartoon. One that quite a few furries are particularly fond of, particularly for this character. Surely you know it. Alrighty-o, we're going to be moving on now to character number 14. Everyone has seen this image in the world. If you know their name, though, you will get the points. You've seen his face, but do you know his name? The default furry profile picture you see absolutely everywhere. But what is he actually called? Alright, moving on. Character number 15. See, I don't know about this one. What? I don't know about this one. I don't think this one's going to get you many points, but I don't know about him. I think this one you only get like half a point for getting it. Alright, moving on to the next question. Character number 16. These two are super niche. You've probably seen them though. Do you know them? Do you know their names? There's two names here. I know all of you have seen it, but do you know the names? I'm going to give you one hint. They're French. That's it. That doesn't really help at all. Actually, maybe that does help a little bit, but they're French. So think of some French names. I don't know. Right. And that should be it. Round 2 is complete. We're going to come around and pick up all your papers. All right, folks. We're running low on time, folks. We might be skipping around to the slightly easier one. Voila. Okay, character 1, we had Luna. Pretty easy one for everyone. I think most people got that one. Next, we got Zeraora, which I believe is how you pronounce it. Pretty sure. Moving on to the next one. We got character 3, Pakairu. Everyone should have got that one. Come on. Come on. All right, next one. We got Wegaru... I don't even know how to fucking... Wegarurumon. Someone's telling me how to say it, and that's how you say it. So, yep, that's how you spell it, at least. Next one, we got Robin Hood. Everyone knows this one, obviously. This is a very old furry character. Number 6, Aurora Bloom. I imagine probably some of you probably got pretty close. I saw a couple really close ones. All right, next, we got Wendell. Pretty popular Fortnite character. And moving on to the final one, oh, not the final one, but we got two answers here. We got Humbert von Gickingen or the Baron. Either works. Then we got Renard Queenston. Please, if you got this one, I think someone got it. It was you, wasn't it? Renard, that's close enough. Look, it's Renard. You got it. That's this. Yeah, if you know that one, I'll be very happy. You're table number 8, aren't you? You said Rotine, didn't you? Wrong. You'd lose 10 million points. Right, next one. Adine from Angels with Scaly Wings, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's how you say it, correct. Next one. Duncan and Eddie, all over Twitter all the time. Always see these guys. Next one. Yeah. Next, we got Furry Gintan or Silver Carbon. Very, very common dancing furry you see all over the place. Definitely an interesting one. We got Batty Coda, another character. Moving on, we got Nick the Singing Dog. Everyone's probably heard the name. He's been around for a long time. Moving on to character number 15, we got Zeno right there. If you don't know his name, very, very sad. Now you know it at least. Moving on to character number 16, we got Belfort and Lupin. Some of you got really, really, really close with that one, so good shot. Rightio. We're going to be handing out the sheets for round number 4 now and blitzing through that as fast as we can just so we can get going. Well, I guess we can do that. You can see all my beautiful things that I made. We're going to be passing out now the slips for round 4. Unfortunately, we've had to skip 3 due to time. All right, folks, just looking at the results now. We've got some very, very interesting results. So, coming in at third is table number 3 with 16 points. Pretty good deal. Awesome stuff. Unfortunately, you don't get a prize, though. You get bragging rights. Now, coming in tied second. It was very, very close. 1 point. They were both the same. Table 2 and table 8 with 17 points. Very, very good. Now, the ultimate winners of today are table number 6 with 18 points. Won by 1 point. Awesome stuff. Awesome. I'll come over and get in contact with you guys so I can give you your prizes. But thank you very much. Unfortunately, I had to cut it short. Next time, I'll probably do far less rounds and far less research. Thank you all very much. Thank you.